many games
So
recently.
based on the
but
sounds, I'm
even
assuming we
one.
can cross.
See, I remember the F is for super fast mode. I'm
Yep.
gonna play with you. Just took my pain meds. My ankle should be less of a struggle soon. Awesome, Ginger. All right, in that case, Ginger,
All right.
let me know, and we'll keep a score chart. All right, so 0-0-0 currently. If anyone else wants to play and you're hunting shinies or hunting ultra rares, but they're shinies, I've been hunting Pokemon shinies on the Switch too, which is fantastic recently. I'm now up to 340 in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which is actually... Oh, I got to turn the counter back on. Hold up.
I'm in the game.
Fantastic. Ultra rare counter text. There we go. Which is actually more than I have in Paleo Pines now. Paleo Pines used to have more shinies in this game that I did for this than I did with Pokemon. But now that's coming over. Oh, what did you say to my missing?
Oh,
No
dear.
worries. I'm going to keep score. Let us know if you keep any ultra rares, and that's open for anyone that's playing the game. If you're playing the game right now, start from 0. Yes, Ty?
Nothing. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
What there, God, Ty?
I keep. It's been that long since I forgot how to play the game that I forgot
Don't worry.
that I didn't realize you could take the saddle off.
Sorry, you can't hear me laughing, but I'm holding it in. So I thought I'd announce that. I believe you can take it off with right click and you can put it back on by holding left click.
Yep, I did it.
Fantastic.
Whoops-a-daisies.
So I'm going to save my game, go to a new day. Actually, before that, do I have any messages? No. Cool. Go to sleep.
Oh no, I shall not be playing because I do not want to steal the luck. Well, to be totally honest, I'm not ultra rare hunting today. I'm just shooting the breeze today.
Yeah, we'll still keep it as a competition for fun. But I'm assuming that was Laura that said that.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, hello everyone. I'm your host Tyrann Senpai, joined by my co-host Vertico V, over on Twitch and YouTube and other places. And we're just
Vertico on YouTube.
And we're just shooting the breeze in Paleo Pines right now.
Yeah.
It has been a long time since I played Paleo Pines. I think the last time I actually played it was when the Halloween DLC came out.
It's only been a couple of months for me.
It has been a long time for me. This ranch, I can no longer fit any other dinosaurs in here. It is now physically impossible for me to squeeze in another dinosaur.
Yeah, I very much feel that.
So, let me just, because like the last time was on a Twitch build, so I guess I'll go ahead and show you my ranch thus far. So we have a new Solidosaurus, a new ultra rare. It's like the blue-yellow one. I forgot which one it was. Known as the Giggly Gremlin. Yeah, I know. I almost said Giggity. The Giggity Gremlin. Oh dear. We have Coconut, who is sleeping. That's our albino Sarcosuchus. We have a new melanistic T-Rex. I forgot what your name was there, bud. Who are you? It's been that long since I played the game. You are... Oh yeah, Black Beauty. I named you after the fossil. Right. Let's see here. What else we got? The ocean skin. We got an albino Archaeopteryx and two, all that stuff over there. Oh boy. We got the albino Allosaurus, Alfredo. We got Diamond, the Enki. I might be reintroducing you guys to some you already know, but these guys I know for a fact you haven't seen on YouTube. Pumpkin and Spice, the
Nice.
Trick or Treat T-Rex that we got. We got our Theres here. Our Yin and Yang, the Centrosaurus. We have a Pearl, I think it is, Postosuchus now. Let's see here. What else we got? Come on, Chester, don't let me down. Oh yeah, we also got the this Kentrosaur over here. Oh, and I didn't realize I haven't cleaned up the poopy yet. So let me just do that. Oh, I didn't grab a shovel. Fudge. Can you guys tell I'm a bit out of touch? Okay, where did I... There's the shovel. Okie doke. Go in here and pick up the poop that probably came from the Stegosaurus. Jack. I need to clean up your turds. Okay, so that's that done. Then gonna go this way. Beg your pardon, Coconut. Oh yeah, we also recently got another melanistic raptor, I think it was. Let's see here. We have the abomination that Vertico also feels discomfort for. I can only imagine the faces he's making. We got our new Protoceratops there. In like our Pinacosaurus with 4 dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure that's probably more than they can handle. The Dialos are Buck T-Rex. Our herd of albino and melanistic Sleetosaurus with our Para. We also got, our Coelophysis here, not doing their job. Eustace, the Rust Euoplocephalus. Storm over here, chilling. And the Dinochirus. Our Black Cherry Pinacosaurus. That's kind of a relatively new one. We got an albino Compy, melanistic Dai, Metrodon, an albino Pride, and melanistic Styrac. And that's pretty... I think that's all the new additions that we've had since the last time I've played. I don't know if V is silent because he's just letting me speak, or he has muted or something. No, I'm still in call with him. Oh, he's deafened. Okay. But yeah, that's my ranch, I guess. Good boy, Chester. You can go back home now, bud. Righto. Dropping the ball. Well, he wasn't muted before. Right, so I guess we're just going to do the usual and explore.
Hello, sorry, I'm deafened whilst you went through the tour because I couldn't really contribute.
Ah, fair enough.
It was like you just started listening to him, and I was like, I'll just chat to my chat while he's doing that. And then I came back, and I was like, I wonder if he's done. And I just cut in my head, and this abomination. And I was like, nope. All right, I've already started my checks for the first day. I've done the desert, I've done the valley. I'm going to the forest now to find some shinies, which I hope we will find. I mean, I've only got 315. I think 316 is going to be a magical one.
Yep.
Just watch, it's going to be another Corythosaurus, isn't it?
It
is, isn't it? I've 110% just jinxed myself there. Fantastic.
Yep. But yeah, the reason why V and I are playing this is to get ready for the future of Paleo Pines.
Yes, sir. If you are not aware, Paleo Pines has currently got a Kickstarter that you can be notified of. So if you check out their Twitter, you can go to the links that they have provided on their Twitter, and in that, you can be notified of when their Kickstarter does drop. They have provided a couple of stretch goals, or not stretch goals, reward goals. Goal rewards? Something. Rewards. There we go. English fail me, yes. That include things like pins and stickers, and they look fan-freaking-tastic.
There is, of course, other stuff, but we recommend that you get the VIP, which is like, I think, $1, and it's almost gone. Like, it's almost to the point where you can't get it anymore.
Yeah. So you can sign up for VIP for a singular doll hair, and using that, you can effectively get notified early of any Kickstarter launch, as well as any other things like potentially additional cosmetics. And for a buckaroo, you're helping support them get ready for their Kickstarter, which is fantastic. I am very much excited for when the Kickstarter drops, because it's going to be a bash. It's going to be an absolute laugh. Just being part of the community as we watch it go through, and hopefully we can all bring ourselves together to just get them over the line. Even if you can't directly contribute, just sharing it will make such a difference. I myself will be contributing the most that I can. That basically guarantees I can hopefully get a game skin color chosen. We'll see how much that costs and how much my credit card's going to love me that month. But we'll get to that when it comes to it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
I will finally have my Evangelion reference in Paleo Pines, or I will die on this hill. Oh, that's just the normal pink. Right, okay.
But yeah, of course, you can also expect me to do some coverage of the Kickstarter once it launches. Yeah.
I believe myself, you, is it Laura and Mia are all discussing about maybe doing something like what we're doing today. We might do some more stuff in the future just to really help hit home about the Kickstarter. I can also confirm once the Kickstarter has gone live, I will be recording videos of Paleo Pines again on the channel, just to really help basically get it out to as wide as an audience as possible. The important thing is, I think this, oh god, I hate this term. You might gag at it because it's so bureaucratic, Ty, so I apologize in advance. But as micro-influencers, that's a real term, believe it or not. So macro-influencers are people that have millions of subs. They might play a game once or twice. Micro-influencers are more likely to do series. They bring in, effectively, they're just as important in the great grand scheme of marketing for video games. However, especially with Paleo Pines, a lot of us have been effectively playing it religiously. I think it's safe to say that... in fact, I don't even want to look at how many hours I put into this game. I think it's over 400.
It's a good game. I've always the selling point I want to stress out about this game, even if you're still reluctant to play it now for some reason, it's a game you play after a long day, right? Either you played something really stressful, like, say The Isle, for instance, and you want to, have a game that's not too challenging, or if you just had a really bad day, right? It's cozy, it's comforting, and the dinosaurs themselves are very cute. So, yeah, the main selling point is, like, it's cozy. It's a cozy game. It's a game where you don't have to stress.
Exactly. So I muted up to vape, and I was like, yeah, exactly, Ty, exactly. I was muted.
You idiot.
Hey, I never claimed to be anything other than. So, set expectations, smash them out the park. Oh, Ty, I found something really interesting I think you'd enjoy.
And what's that?
I don't know how I was going to make it up when I got here, but I'm here now, and I've actually just forgot. Moving swiftly on. With Paleo Pines as well, we've had a on-off rivalry, myself and Ty. In terms of ultra rares, we had a lot of fun. I seem to remember, I think it was about a year ago, roughly about a year ago, actually, Ty. We had a little competition to see who could find an ultra rare first. And it was you, me, and Mia.
Yep.
And not only did I find one first, it was the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And your reaction will never ever not be in my song.
You motherfucker.
Yes, it was so formative for me. It was like, oh, this is it.
Yeah, well, I've kind of considered the rivalry dead and done. I know for a fact I'm not gonna get as many ultra rares as you. In fact, I'm trying not to. At this point, because I got no more space in my ranch. Seriously,
Mary has most of mine. I have like 59 and on the ranch, and I have 315 ultra rares.
Yeah, seriously, Paleo Pine devs, please allow us to expand our ranch.
Yes, but preferably, now this is going to be controversial, Ty, but I'll explain my reasoning, okay? Controversially, I would actually ask that if they do expand the ranch, it's a new instance to load in. So by that I mean you're not going into your ranch and then you see the new expansion. You go into your ranch and then you go into another dungeon instance. So do you know when you have a loading screen?
Yeah.
For the reason being is that I have more dinos than I should do in my ranch currently. I have over 50 because I used some questionable ways.
I mean, so did I.
Oh, hello. Mama Mia Cat just subscribed back at it again. Made me poo my pants a little. Hello, Mia. Hope you're well. And anyway, as I've got them on the ranch, I have a 1490, a 7950X, 64 gigabytes of RAM. Basically, a very powerful PC. And it struggles to get 60 on my ranch. So I think a new loaded instance, or maybe even a second ranch, preferably with teleports or pterosaur flying in between. That would be pretty cool, personally.
Yeah. I guess one of the other things, like, we can, like, strike up conversation about, like, our hopes for the future of the game. Because we know some things that are coming that we can't share yet. But I feel like we can talk about... Yeah, we do. VIPs.
Well, no... Do we? I think the most recent VIP update... Oh, I need to double check. Corey's being a dum-dum. Just a second.
Yeah. But, like, one of the things...
yes, the one from today, where it says,
Whoa. VIP.
Where it says,
where it says things we shouldn't talk about.
I've not actually seen one. There is one from today. Is there really? Okay.
Yes!
Oh my goodness.
And we shouldn't talk about it.
Oh my god.
Right?
That's... Yeah, okay. Guys, very exciting stuff. We can't talk about that.
No, we can't.
We'll talk about other stuff. Oh my god.
Of course, that the devs have, already released outside of VIP.
I was about to go do my checks, but I just realized 3 dinosaurs require attention.
So, like, I'm pretty sure they've been made aware of, like, certain additions that were coming.
Yeah. But yes, hello, Mir. Right, fun loaded in. I have to buy it in Steam and I have money and restart them out. This loading sucks on Switch. Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, I'm pretty sure we don't have to keep some, like, I know some of the things they're adding, but one of the things I hope to see as a future addition to the game, sauropods. We are very lacking in sauropods.
See, I'd be okay with sauropods. They're like my... Ooh, if I had to... my 4th, maybe, priority. Okay?
Yep.
Partially because sauropods are dinosaurs, and as we know, dinosaurs are pretty low on my prehistoric life.
Of course, yeah.
I know it would be incredibly difficult. I know it would be hard. It's a completely different system. Any game that uses it always suffers. But aquatic mobs, okay? Aquatic mobs always suck in every video game ever, bar a few known examples, such as Subnautica, which is designed for them to be that. It's the water physics, it messes with it. But I'm okay with effectively a flat water pond and just seeing a Mosasaurus stick its head out. That would bring me immense joy. Next up, pterosaurs.
Yes!
Pterosaurs of different sizes. Like, you could have a Ramparhynchus that helps carry a couple of things back to base for you.
Or a Quetzalcoatlus.
Yeah, you could have a Tapajara that can fly you from one point to one point.
What if
you can't actually be in the air all the time because you'd have to rework the entire skybox and everything like that. But it can fly you from here to the desert to whatever, right? Instantly.
Yeah.
And then a Quetzalcoatlus, which could carry you and a mounted dinosaur.
Well, what about this? Boom. What if the Quetzalcoatlus was a way to get free carnivore food? You just send it out. You send it out to fly, and it comes back with meat.
Where does it?
Well, it's the same question.
Where does it get the meat from?
Well, to do that would be to ask the same question to Corlin, and we don't ask Corlin where the meat comes from.
No, I suppose we do not. If anyone else is extremely concerned by Ty's answer there, please reach out on 0800 blah blah blah.
Please
blah, blah.
please call a public safety hotline.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, just imagine that as a unique mechanic. It would justify a reason to have a Quetzalcoatlus in the game.
Yeah, see, I get that, but like, I think the transport side of it would be dope. But regardless of what they make, new dinosaurs, whatever, we've got to talk about. Obviously, I'm going to now look at what is public information on their Twitter.
I'm sure there's one thing that's been announced that I'm pretty sure you're happy about.
Give me a second. Okay. So there's actually 8 days left to join their VIP campaign, FYI, for a single doll hair. They have obviously shown off pins and stickers of the Spino, so we can talk about that.
Yep. That could be a whole conversation on its own, the Spinosaurus.
I'm going to click on the actual Kickstarter, so I can actually effectively just tell you flat out what we can and can't mention.
Yep.
Right. We can't mention the VR because that's not been put on here. We can't mention the Paleo Pines officially licensed McDonald's toys.
I see what you did there.
I'm making both of those up, don't worry.
Yeah, those aren't real.
In all seriousness.
It would be cool, though, if we got this in VR.
Funded, it'll be completely free. Community funded, in-game rewards, yada yada. Okay, so they haven't mentioned what I think we know is coming, but I don't think it's been mentioned anywhere, dude. I know obviously this Spino has been mentioned and shown extensively with the key art and all that good stuff.
As well as stars, like shooting stars that you can make dreamstones out of.
Where does it say that, mate?
Like when they revealed the Spinosaurus, they showed it like with like a meteor with a shooting star in the background.
Oh, of course they did in the yep, ignore me. Yeah. Let me just double check when you said when they revealed it.
That was an old one. So I'm pretty sure that's safe information to give. This is the part. This is the part where I get a cease and desist.
Well, that'll be on you, not me. FYI, that's Tyrannos Senpai on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to send a cease and desist, not to Corey, me, Vertico V. Thank you. I'm not a lawyer, but I think that protects me.
We can also talk about the. Oh yeah, the. Can we? I'm pretty like it's coming from Lorana, who I call my most trusted source when it comes to this game.
Yep, Laura or Mia, 100%.
Yep, swamp biomes.
Those two sources.
A swamp biome is coming to the game.
That's the one I was saying I don't think we can mention yet.
Hold on. She said we. She said we could. She said we could though.
I can't see anywhere that it's referenced apart from in the release trailer, where it shows what those like reeds. Are they cat's eyes? What are they called? Those types of reeds. Cat ears, no bunny. Okay, do not do that hand motion.
It's literally the logo. I mean, yeah, I guess it is the logo. I guess it's the logo. It is in the logo, so I guess it kind of gives it away.
It kind of gives it away, whether you want to speculate or not, but it kind of gives it away. So I think that one's a safe one.
Yeah.
Now, in hindsight, yeah. Right, I've fed them, haven't I? Yes. Let's get back to actually checking these dinosaurs to see if they're shiny. Has my AC turned itself off? Nope. It's very much still going quite loudly.
Lorana says horsetails.
Yep, cat tail. Ace, thank you. Dino Boy, thank you. Mia, thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking of. And also, please, no one, absolutely no one, clip the hand motion I used to try and recreate the actual plant. Muchos gracias. Thank you.
Did you try to, So was it a suggestive?
Yes, imagine you put one hand on top of the other and then started moving both of them up and down.
Oh, you naughty boy.
I know. Buy me dinner first. Come on now, Mr. Cattail. It was absolutely a oops. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is. This game is so pure, so innocent, so cozy, so fun. It always brings up the double entendre, the innuendo. In your endo, no, in mine. But you know what I mean, right? Like, it always happens in this game.
Sure.
It just feels natural. But yeah, no, very, very, very excited for the Kickstarter.
Yep.
I think I don't know the legality of things like saying, "Oh, anyone who supports it," or you know, I'll just give you a VIP. I don't know the legality around that on my end. So I'm probably not going to do that, but I will be doing a VIP competition that circles around Paleo Pines. I think I'll do a Paleo Pines competition. It'll just be in Discord. It won't be on Twitter or YouTube. Just so you guys are aware. So it'll be via Twitch, but we'll do it in Discord. I think maybe a Paleo Pines photography competition. Give me your best Paleo Pines screenshot. Right? No context needed. Just absolute funniness. Funniness, coolness, cuteness, etc. I think that could be a good one. For any VIP that enters, your prize will be forfeit because you've already got VIPs. There's no point in entering.
Yep.
There's no such thing as super VIP yet. But yes, you can join VIP and we will celebrate your VIP-ness.
Whoa! V! Do you realize what you just said?
To celebrate someone who is VIP and their state of VIP-ness.
You.
What?
Oh no, I hope I don't get in trouble for that.
You can say that on YouTube, by the way. Considering you've already dropped the F word, I think we're all right, mate.
I don't know, YouTube is weird, okay?
No, see, in YouTube, you can't say... I won't say the end of the joke, but you can surmise the word that it means. If a king leads a kingdom, an emperor leads an empire, a count leads a county, who leads a country?
Ah, I can't... Yeah, I see where that's going.
That one is an instant demonetization.
Yep. If you're American or, I'm assuming, from the UK.
And no matter who you are. You can be American, you can be British, you can be Australian. And trust me, us Brits and Australians, that word is basically like an adjective that we use every other sentence, mate. I promise you that much. I think at work, like, I've heard my boss's 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 boss drop that word before, just like in casual conversation. So yes, it absolutely is part of our integral culture. And they say British people don't have culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't say that word on YouTube, though I know that they're getting a little bit more lax with certain things like addressing controversial or damning topics soon.
Oh, well, that's comforting, I guess.
Ginger's just wrote the word out, and I've had to allow it on Twitch. Penis. Because I was saying about celebrating VIP-ness. That's funny as fuck. I'm going to nap. Good night, V. Enjoy your nap. Like him. It's the only word on the Hot Fuzz swear box that isn't censored. Really? That's actually fascinating. But yeah, it's a fairly harmless word in context, to be honest. I do like the fact that a lot of more Americans are getting more and more comfortable using it, which is really nice. It warms my heart. You know, I won't say it, don't get me wrong, there are indeed ladies present, but on top of that, it also will get you instantly demonetized. I'm not about to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, also it affects Twitch ad rates. Not that I care, because I don't really care about money. Yeah, I actually said it on stream, I think, the other week when I played Bolt Gun, because it was getting on my tatty bojangles quite significantly.
Of course.
But anyway, getting back to the fun of it, which is Paleo Pines.
Yeah, let's get back to it.
My potty mouth.
But yeah, Spinosaurus is going to be an interesting addition.
Yes. However, unfortunately, they are using the non-updated version of the Spinosaurus, which it doesn't have the wings. I've just been informed. Actually, sorry, no, that's out of date.
I mean, you say that,
Wait,
V.
No, it's in date again. It's in date again.
I mean, you say that, V, but I think over the last 2 years, I don't think Spinosaurus has changed all that much. I think it's finally found its groove.
With all due respect, it found its groove for a good few years, and then it got changed so much in a short span of time that it may have found its new groove for now, but that groove can absolutely get degrooved and regrooved.
I mean, yes, but at the time, it's in a comfortable spot. So, yeah. I mean, it's not as controversial as, say, the Saurophaganax debate, which has now been settled.
Well, I mean,
it's a chimera. It's apparently a chimera.
Yeah, it existed for a while. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, he got to taste existence for a brief period.
Yeah. Well,
oh, that's
we lost Saurophaganax, but we gained Allosaurus anax.
Oh, also there's a new Tyrannosaur ancestor, isn't there, that was discovered? I think it was discovered in Mongolia, so it actually has a fairly Mongolian name. Do you know, like how
Asia
most
Tyrannus.
dinosaurs? What's it called?
Asia
No,
Tyrannus.
no. Like really recently, like as in within the last few days, it's been named. Ty.
Oh, so this is really recent.
Dinosaur. No. Okay. Tyranno. Okay, why can't I find it? It was on BBC News not too long ago. Like literally, like it's probably in my history. So let me search history. Tyranno.
Oh God.
There we go. New species of dinosaur discovered that rewrites T-Rex family tree. An artist's impression of the Carnkulu mongolianensis. And it's because obviously the Carnkulu, I think, is a Mongolian name, but it basically translates to Dragon Prince of Mongolia.
Oh!
Which is pretty cool. But like I was about to say, like a lot of dinosaurs we're seeing in prehistoric life that don't just follow the Greek Latin naming criteria now. Like you have the Dearc, D-E-A-R-C, which is obviously a pterosaur that was found up in Scotland. Or was it found by a Scottish paleontologist team? I can't remember, but it's got a very Scottish, or it might be Welsh, or I apologise. It could be Gaelic or Celt, not too sure. But it's a fantastic pterosaur that I intend to have tattooed on my body at some point.
Yeah.
Howdy, Phoenix. How we diddling, dude?
Oh yeah.
I got a picnic. Let's go.
Speaking
enjoy, Jamo.
of Phoenix, I'm sure you're well aware of the fact that we started our own Minecraft series.
That I am. It has been entertaining. It's you, Mia, Laura, Phoenix, Deku? Question mark?
Yep.
Am I missing anyone?
Well, let's see. Me, Meerkat, Deku, Lorana, Phoenix, Charles, Tristan, and Mooney.
So I missed 3. My bad, Charles, Crispin, and Mooney. But yeah, no, I have seen that. It looks bloody brilliant. It is a shame that obviously I will never update Fossils and Archaeology past the version I'm currently on, although Phoenix has told me just install a separate bloody application like Technic. And I'm like, I could do that. But I grew up playing Minecraft since 2009, and I remember when Bucket got hacked and loads of people lost their accounts. Was it Bucket or was it Technic? I don't remember. It was one of the third-party application launchers. I don't trust him anymore. Yes, I'm a boomer.
Oh,
move on from
and of course Hackersaurus. I forgot about him.
And Hackersaurus, cool. So 4 I missed. My bad.
We have a diverse cast of characters from American to the UK and to French Canadians.
That is genuinely a fantastic mix. I like that. Wait, you've got UK in there as well?
Yeah, Mooney is from the UK.
Oh, wow. Didn't know if you know this, but the UK is not real, so just going to let you in on that little conspiracy theory you're not yet aware of. No, wait, no, it's Australia that flat earthers don't believe in. That's the one.
Ah, funny.
That's wild, isn't it? But yes, no, I did see that you guys have been doing it. I've been trying to check it out where I can live, but otherwise I watched a little bit. There was a what was the thing that murdered the chicken friend it had? It basically got too hungry and it murdered the chicken.
Oh, that was the compy.
That was it.
Nugget.
It had a friend chicken nugget. Yeah, Nugget, love it. And that chicken.
Yeah. We did that because, Nugget, for the longest time, was by himself because we didn't find any more compy DNA. We wanted to give him a friend. So we gave him a friend in the form of chicken. I forgot what we called it. Pieces? Or something like that?
Well, it definitely was in pieces by the end of it. That's a pretty accurate name.
Yeah. Next day we find, chicken's dead. Very dead.
Yeah. With all due respect, I'm not a psychic. However, I'm pretty sure I could have predicted that.
Also, we had a very similar instance that you and Beaver went through in regards to a dinosaur attacking another dinosaur.
Ah, yes, I remember those instances.
When you lost Parsnip, yeah, when you lost Parsnip.
Yeah.
So
RIP to a real one.
So yeah, we've been there. Basically, what happened was we're starting a new build. It's a Paleozoic bug house in air quotes. Really, there are only 2 bugs in this new version of fossil archaeology, which is Arthropleura and Meganera. The rest is like sea scorpions, Tiktaalik, Crassidorinus, and of course Diplocalus.
Yeah. Funny enough, I've got a Diplocalus, an Arthropleura, and an Edaphistes. I can't remember what it's spelling. It with the phrasing. And I have those in one enclosure in my world.
Yep. Well, we're making them all into like like those aquariums or zoos you walk into, and it's just a whole place full of terrain. Yeah, it's a reptile house basically.
Effectively.
Yeah, that's basically what we made. Well, what we're making.
Have you seen my herpetarium in my world?
Actually, I kind of effectively stopped watching because I'm like, oh god, I'm never gonna keep up at this rate.
Do you know what episode I'm up to, Ty?
How many?
Well, Saturday, spoiler alert, is episode 350, so with it a new world download.
My god!
I know, I have no intention of stopping anytime soon. It's just so relaxing to play.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask Ty about Willow. What
oh,
Willow?
The bitch!
Pardon?
The bitch. So Willow is one of Lorana's 7 Dilophosaurus, and she's currently our only female. She fucking hates me! Like Dennis hates you!
Oh yeah, no, Dennis truly hates me. I'd put Dennis on a leash and I did die like twice. Yeah, no, that's wild. I'll never forget when we found out Dennis was female and it was like, wait, Denise?
Denise? Pregnant, Dilopho. What? It's pregnant?
It's pregnante? No way. Yeah, Willow, that's actually wild. Yeah, no, Dilophosaurus in that game, I don't know what it is, they're just violent. My advice, if you do think about expanding it to other dinosaur mods, use creative.
Actually, we're just using fossil and archaeology because, like, you know,
cool.
I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of good ones, but I'd rather just stick with the one because that was my stipulation, right? You know how I've been gung ho saying I would never play Minecraft. I think it's shit. You can never get me into it. Well, I kind of realized, well, there's no better way of saying it. I've been kind of a dick about it. So I was like, you know what? These guys, like Meerkat, Charles, they've all, you know, they've introduced me to stuff. I've played Repo, I've played Fall Guys, you know, I've done stuff with them before.
How good is Repo? Just as
hysterical! I fucking love it.
When me, James, and Excited play it, it's always a case of like straight off the rip. There's just non-stop hilarity. There was a case where Beav stopped outside a giant pit and turned around to talk to us, and Excited, who had just come in behind with the car, accidentally twatted him and sent him to his death. I freaking love that game.
Oh my god, it's brilliant. Whoever came up with that needs a raise.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the next update as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Repo. Played Headliners with Phoenix. I might play that in the future with Thieves and whatnot. We'll see. There's so many good games that I never would have played games like Lethal Company or Repo because I'm so terrified of horror.
You and me both, man.
Neither of them are really horror.
No,
you know?
they're more funny than anything else. And it's even more funny when you get to watch your friends die.
Yeah. So I would love to, because I'm doing VIP community nights. I have added you, Mir, Phoenix, and I want to say I added Laura. If I didn't add you, Laura, sorry, I will add you into the VIP and friends chat, and we'll be doing VIP community nights. I think our first VIP night is going to be Repo, and I think that's going to be quite funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, it's good fun. Anyway, as you were saying about the series, you
right. So yeah, I finally decided, you know what? I have been harsh. Let's actually finally give Minecraft a chance. We didn't do it with Fossil and Archaeology. My stipulation was, before I did this, like, one, someone buy the game for me, because I don't want to spend money on a game that I might wind up hating anyway. Right? And the other one was we have to play fossils in archaeology as eventually. And you know what? I had the biggest foot in my life shoved into my mouth.
Yeah. Minecraft is honestly more than just a gaming experience. It's an experience in its own right. And it's like any good chicken tendy. Now, bear with me on this analogy. I know a lot of you probably think I've lost my last brain cell there.
I think you lost it a long time ago.
Exactly. It's like a chicken tendy. It is a vehicle for the sauce. You know, whether you want it to use it for a RPG based mods like MCMMO and all that good stuff. Whether you want to play Pokemon, whether you want to play dinosaurs, whether you want to play an Otome hentai game, the world is your oyster with Minecraft. It is a vehicle.
Wait, hold on.
Source.
A what?
What? A Pokemon game?
No.
Pokemon is a multimedia franchise.
Oh, shush! You know exactly what I stopped you for.
Sorry, the dinosaurs. Yes, yes. Fossils and Archaeology isn't the only one. You can get Jurassic World Reborn and Prehistoric. I failed to see. Okay, was it the analogy? Was the analogy not good?
The you saying the spicy Thai food word?
Sorry, just a moment. Just a moment. I had to press my ultra rare button because I have found a melanistic ankylosaurus.
Oh, sweet.
I now need to remember. I want to say you're crunchy. Let's find out.
I believe so. Yeah, maybe.
Ah, look at me go. Memory still here. Right, so... Oh, that's awful. I can't see.
But, anyway,
there we go.
As I was saying, we call it the Diplocalus incident of 2025.
The Diplocalus of 2020. That's hilarious.
So, we just finished making the Diplocalus and Cressidurhinus enclosure. Deku, she had to go to sleep, sooner than expected, because, working adult. Wish I knew that life again. Anyway, and so we decided, you know what? This was going to be for the Cressidurhinus, but because you're going to bed, we'll reserve it for the Diplocalus. We finish it, and we put the Diplocalus in there with the feeder, right? All's well and ends well. We fill that feeder to the top with meat and fish. Like you would. Turns out, Diplocalus have to be hand-fed. They don't eat from a feeder. And I'm like, wait, what?
Adorable.
What?
I didn't know that either, because I have a Diplocalus that's been in an enclosure for like nearly a year in real time and it's not been fed. I need to turn hunger off. Also, as I was going to say earlier, if you do get Jurassic World Reborn and Prehistoric Ninja at any point, you consider adding them. Two pieces of advice. Jurassic World Reborn. Get the version where they fixed the sharks. I got the version they said they fixed the sharks. They haven't. They spawn everywhere and they are a nuisance. I just want a button that wipes them off the face of the earth. I got to check config, see if there's a way to turn their spawn completely off, because they have an amazing model. They have great animation, but they spawn more than squids do in water. That's how bad the spawn is configured. Number 2, use creative. You will thank me later. Oh, if you want to play Fossils and Archaeology where you can just do 3 steps to bring a dinosaur back, great. Do you want to go for around 84 steps to bring back 1 fossil? How does that sound? No.
Well, actually, we've been having a hell of a time with it. We've actually managed to get DNA from every creature so far.
So you can turn them off. Right, I need to check, because I think I've got a really old version, Phoenix, so I do need to check. But if you can turn them off, shift, kiss. I need to fast mode.
Anywho, we came across this discovery, and the hunger doesn't actually kill them. It only gets like 3 or like half their health. It doesn't actually kill them. But we're panicking. We're like, oh god, why are they taking damage? They're not hungry. They're hungry. They haven't been fed. They're not eating from the feeder. So we just have a feeder in there that's just full of food that we can't take out, because if we take it out, that's just a waste of food. But it's still a waste of food because, well, they can't eat from it. So what do we do? And you know how it is when the mobs get hungry. They attack ye if they're not tamed to you. We originally had 6 Diplocalus. 5 of them were trained to Deku. When Phoenix came out of that pen, 1 was tamed to him. It turns out, if you feed one of the creatures as an infant, typically they'll be tamed to you, or they'll imprint on you naturally if they hatch. Dipicalis is the one where you have to feed them, and you won't be able to tame them again if you miss the window until they're adults. That rule doesn't apply to Dipicalis. Apparently, you can tame them anytime. And Phoenix fed the fish to that one Dipicalis, and it became his Dipicalis. And when it saw one of Deku's Dipicalis, which we affectionately named Dragapult, yes, the Pokemon, because it's based on Dipicalis.
Dragapult is a Dipicalis, I know. Yep.
Yep. It attacked it, and we ended up with 5 pieces of Dipicalis flesh that has now been turned into DNA. And then it tried to kill Slinky, another one of Deku's Dipicalis, but luckily we had the foresight to put it in a bucket before it could cause any more damage.
Oh my god. Also, I've been asked to ask you about eating a sock.
Oh god. Why did I do that?
You ate a sock? Hang on, I thought it was a turn of phrase, you know?
No, like... there was something I said. I don't remember what it was. But I said, if I got this wrong, I would shove a sock in my mouth. I was wrong. I took off the sock that I currently had on my foot and shoved it in my mouth.
So I just gagged tight. You could have done it with a clean fucking sock.
It was the only sock I had on me close by. And I didn't want to get up.
I would have gotten up. I would have gotten up and found a fresh sock. I would have been like, you know what, I am a man of my word, because I am. A man's word is his bond, so on and so forth.
I didn't say it had to be a clean sock, it just had to be a sock. And because it's punishment, well, that's punishment.
It doesn't have to be a clean sock, but it probably should. Also, put the idea of putting like a cotton sock in your mouth and drying out your mouth, texture-wise.
Oh god, I had hair in my mouth for hours. It was gross. I regretted doing it. Believe me, I took no pleasure. I took no pleasure in doing it.
If you would like to clip the last 10-15 seconds where he says, I had a lot of hair in my mouth afterwards, please feel free to do so.
Oh god damn it!
The first person to send me that audio clip will receive VIP. Because I would really like a custom alert, and Ty has just supplied me.
But yeah, so we have Dracloak, again, named after the Pokemon, in a bucket for perpetuity until Phoenix builds his house, where he's gonna put it in his own aquarium. He got a pet he didn't want. And
he didn't want
we made the rule in the server we can't intentionally kill the dinosaurs. So we're stuck with it. He has a pet of his own that he never asked for.
I've just been told chicken pew pew.
Oh,
Ginger also said you're nasty. Dano went bleg.
Oh, the chicken. Oh, the chicken cannon. That's what it was. We made a what we call the chicken cannon, which is a beautiful thing that Meerkat has crafted, where you pull a redstone lever, and it just fires eggs at a wall. It scratches the 80.
Chicken farm.
I believe. Oh God, you mean the one in your fucking basement?
Yes.
We have that.
Chicken farm.
Except it's outside.
The chorus of noise. I broke them free when Phoenix turned them into kiwis because I couldn't do that to kiwis.
Oh, speaking of which, I'm not going to go into spoilers because I want it to be a surprise. But Phoenix has actually worked on something for us that he's going to have to make again when the next update rolls around. You might find some people might find it funny. Some people might think it's me with a big ego, but I don't care.
Interesting.
To
be fair to him, he gave me a reference in it and himself in a reference in it. So getting yourself referenced is not an ego thing, dude.
Yep.
Because we've got the Dead Dodo Society, which is a reference for my potential merch idea down the line, and then we've obviously got which I don't know whether if I want to go Dead Dodo Society or Dead as a Dodo, which would effectively be Dad or DDS, you know. I'm leaning more towards Dead Dodo Society, but I'm hoping that satirical laws prevent me from getting hit by the Dead Poet Society, but we'll find out, I suppose.
I mean, it's a parody, right? By the rules of copyright, you can't get in trouble for making a parody of something.
Yes, but there are certain things about copyright protections that still prevent certain levels of parody.
Ah.
By name only, which it will be. It's not going to have any other reference to it. It should be fine. But I am looking forward to when I do get around to doing that. I think it will be quite a fun little merch idea.
Yeah, at the moment, at the moment we got so many different species in the park.
You're making me want to check my park now. Like, how many have I got?
Like, we're on episode 7 right now. Like, as far as the stream series goes for me. And we have 6 Pachycephalosaurus, 10 Compies, 10 Dryosaurus, 6 Stegosaurus, 6 well, I guess now 4 Diplocaulus, because one's dead. And one's in a bucket. 6 Crassidorinus, 5 Megalograptus, 6 Tiktaalik.
Yep.
7 Dilophosaurus.
A partridge in a pear tree. Yeah, I know how the song goes.
10 Ornitholestes. And 6 Kalinkens.
Okay, let me just go to my channel. I've got activity. FYI, Laura, I know you made the clip, but Ginger was working on the clip first, plus you are in the VIP and Friends already, because you are a friend. Whereas the VIPs are the VIPs, which are people I haven't played with too often. Or
I recall being an MVP after I spammed your YouTube chat in Minecraft with nothing but super chats.
I remember that. Oh my god.
That was like when you were doing the Spinosaurus. Oh god, we're looking forward to when we do the Spinosaurus.
You just sent me back in time.
I'm the Wayback Machine, baby.
Oh my god, Ty. Oh, and I'm just remembering my Hungry Dragon streams. And I also been informed of a Phaleosaurus. I haven't just been present. That's my bad.
Oh yeah, we have one Phaleos. We had one named.
Oh, sorry. Just.
What was his name? Fuck. What did we name him? We named him Bob. Just gonna clean up the poopy. Oh, aren't you cute, Jason? Good girl.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
But yeah, as I was saying, we had 2 Failure-saurus. One was named Bob. He died for some unknown reason. And then we got a second one after a failed attempt at making a T-Rex. That we call Bruno. Or He Who Must Not Be Named, because we don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk... Yeah, I know the song. It's a reference.
Yeah. So, Meerkat, if you're...
Man-child understood the Disney reference. Is it Disney or is it Pixar or is it DreamWorks?
I honestly don't care. It was still distributed by Disney.
It's Encanto. Fantastic film. It was Disney. See? I know my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot about the failure source. But yeah, there was a lot of stuff that went down, man.
Do you remember the name of our Failure-saurus, Mine Thieves?
Sanic.
Sanic.
Yep.
Gotta go fast, fast.
Except they don't go fast, they go really slow.
That was the joke, 100%. It was like, it was an ironic name, Sanic.
Well, he's probably as fast as, like, Ugly Sonic.
Exactly. Like, I love the fact that they did reference Sanic in, the Sonic movie. Oh, that warmed
Oh
my
god!
heart.
My gate! My gate! It's just broken! No!
Oh no, oh 9. 9.
Don't say it like that, please.
Don't say it like what?
That just sounded wrong.
I'm multilingual.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, is it the fact that I made it sound a bit moany?
Yeah.
Why did I go to the forest first? I've just broken my own pattern. Oh, you know what? Let's roll with it. Oh, Ty.
Yes.
I found out something really interesting. So if you look at my stream right now, if you aren't already looking.
I was not. I was looking at my chat, so let's have a look at this.
Okay. So tell me when you, because it will be behind a couple of seconds. Tell me when you see my fingers on my cheek.
Oh, well, I gotta get through adverts first.
Okay. Well, long story short, dude, you put both fingers on your cheek, right, and push. You've got to push in so you get to the tense muscles that are just behind your cheek. So I've got a bit of chubby cheeks going on, but if you push in and you feel the muscle, can you do that? Hold up a second. Let me just make sure you are doing it properly so I can check. Let's go to your live stream.
I'm probably looking like an outright idiot right now.
No, I need to make sure you're doing it right, and then we'll get back to it. Tyrannos is live. Click on your live, thank you. Okay, no, one cheek on either side. So, like, one on left, one on right. And push into your muscle. Oh, I've paused you for some reason like an idiot. Let's see if you've done that. So I know you're behind by a couple of seconds. I just heard you say outright idiot on the stream. I'll give it a second to make sure you've got it into the right position. So, yeah, you've got it now. Perfect. Right. So it is impossible for 90-something%, I want to say 7% of people, I can't do it, for example, to tilt your head. So watch. I'll take my fingers away. Easy peasy. Put my fingers back in my tensor muscles. I can't do it. Can you do it?
All right.
I'm waiting for it on the video. I hate the fact that the stream's so far behind because it's completely tilt your head. You've got to completely tilt it, like almost to your shoulder. Can you do it? Oni-chan!
Oh, fuck you! I knew I was doing something stupid, but I still humored you. You dick. I mean, I am Tyranno-senpai.
The fact that you did the full tilt. I just watched the clip.
You actual douchebag. You know what? I thought I would have been safe from the trolling, but apparently, even in Paleo Pines, I'm not safe.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You.
Oh.
And you know what's worse? I hurt my cheeks doing that.
Well, I've made you feel better. I've hurt my sides. Oh, it was the the fact I watched it, even though it was seconds behind, I watched you do it, and then I saw your reaction change from to you fucking asshole. Brilliant.
Yeah, well,
Oh, I'm crying.
I'm glad you had your fun.
Oh, you gremlin. Yeah, that's that. Only the red ones are mine.
Yeah.
Pressure plates. They're pressure plates, remember?
Yeah. There's some stuff we are going to be doing. Meerkat has already started work on building a storage house that can hold, what was it, 750 chests?
Oh, holy moly. Is that 375 double chests or 750 double chests?
Double chests.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph wept.
Yeah, she has been putting in the work. She's already finished building stables for the horses.
I built a storage house in my world about 200 episodes ago, which is about 2.5 years ago, and I've used it all of the time I built it, and that is it. But they always look great, so I'm looking forward to seeing your storage house and how pretty it looks.
Okay, well, here's the thing, Meerkat. Fuck! Okay, so, fun fact about me, Vertico. I keep getting confused between Meerkat and Lorana, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
See, I can understand to an extent because, you know, I don't think they've got the same sort of accent. I think they've got very different accents. I get it. You know, you're late. You know, you're laser focus. What's the word I'm looking for? I get a bit voice blind too, but I can usually differentiate. For example, Excited is a Frenchman and Beaver is, well, a Geordie, which is someone from Newcastle, so I can tell those two apart quite easily. You see, what concerns me is you've just mistaken me, a British man, with Meerkat and Laura that are in fact not British men.
Yeah.
So,
well, I was talking to Lorana in that moment. Like, I was looking at the chat responding to what she said. So, no, I did not confuse you.
Well, just a moment. I need to go conduct the hype train. Just a moment. I will be back with you shortly.
Oh, I've just been gifted a sub.
Yeah, you've just been gifted a sub. Go join the train.
Alright, radishes. What are they like? Am I even doing this right? Hold on. Oh, well, duh, they're not radishes, they're beetroot. Beetroot, like sticky. Meerkat Fat and the Voids are fighting over the pool to see who can use it first. Jesus Christ. Alright, come on, Cranberry.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, V might have gotten me, but guess what? Now he's giving me a weapon to use against the people during my streams now.
Oh, let me guess. Me saying Oni-chan.
Yep. You see, I'm a little fucker too.
Well, you see, I don't mind clips of me being taken out of context or used for that. That's the reason we have a quotes channel. Because the amount of times I've said stuff, it's come out my mouth and I've gone, hang on a minute.
I mean, it's happened to me too. I remember one time I was doing a Fossil Fighter stream. Don't know if you know what that is.
I I've got the emulator on my phone. I do know what Fossil Fire is.
Oh,
Yes,
sweet.
I played it when I was a kid.
Yay, fan. Okay, but we were at the point where we go to Dr. Diggins's lab for the first time.
Yep.
And you know, cartoon scientists, their labs are such like in disheveled. There's like papers and books all over the place and all that stuff. Classic.
Yeah.
And I was gonna make a comment on that, right? Say his room was such a mess. What came out my mouth instead was his mess was such a room.
Let's go through the quotes channel. We haven't been there in a while, okay? Let's go through that damn quotes channel. I would like to find more horse jizz. Vertico 2025. I just unlocked the ability to buy slippery dicks. Phoenix. There you go, a Phoenix. A 2-for-1 wasn't much better either. Okay. So we've almost reached the climax, followed by "That's how you like it." Me. Oh, God. I see, said the blind man pissing in the wind. It all comes back to me now. Look at the size of these. He prefers it peeled, not with the skin on. Cocaine was okay back in the day. I'm better with a hammer than I'm better with balls. Arg, put it in my mouth, Tyrannos.
Ah!
There's worse things to get busted on in a Discord call. He'll give me death. Don't worry, there are robbers and I'm just a badass. He usually freaks for an hour or two instead of streams for an hour or two. That was actually from Ginger. He found the power of God. God, I hate that meme. With great power, great responsibility, which I have none of. Oh, I did an accidental. Oh, yeah, you spelt cum wrong, Phoenix, didn't you? .com comes, exactly, yeah. And you wrote .coms instead of .com, I remember that. I love seeing them hump with joy when you ask them to follow you. It's full so much of personality.
Oh God, I remember that.
Jump.
Yeah.
Oh,
they hump for joy.
Oh, we got a button mash emote. I can share it.
Oh yeah, speaking of, we now that I have members, we have channel emotes for the first time.
Oh, congrats.
Yep. We have a sleepy, we have an angry, we have a happy, and we have a oh no.
And we have an oh no. See. Oh, what emotes do I have? Angry Kermit, Candy, Dodo Skull, T-Rex Skull, Nimbus, Kiwi Skull. I do have an animated emote. Did I not upload it? Did I not download my animated emote? Oh, I don't think I've uploaded it yet because I couldn't at the time, and I think I might be able to upload it now. I have got an animated emote, and the fact that I don't even remember what the animated emote is wild. Give me a minute.
Yeah, I know we need more emotes, Lorana, but to do that, we need more members. I think we need like 8 in order to get another batch.
I think I completely forgot about my animated emote I've not uploaded of the Kiwi screaming.
Ah!
Get your final delivery here. Get your files.
Yeah, funny thing. Like we were like me and Kat was streaming the other night. We were in Minecraft again. And they were talking about like how I needed a facepalm like emote. And I'm like, kind of hard to do that when my mascot is a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah, like.
And they came up with the brilliant idea of him smacking his head into a tree. And not just any tree, a palm tree. Face
I love
palm.
that. Face palm. That is genuinely fantastic.
Oh!
My suggestion
Thank you, Phoenix, for becoming a legendary Kohai. Thank you.
Would have been one of those little, do you know those grabber hands you can get with the little triggers? That would have been my suggestion.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Thanks. It's only like $2 a month, so it's not that expensive.
But yeah, no, trying to bribe my child into allowing me to brush her hair.
Right?
Ginger, context. Are we talking about an actual child, or are we talking about a fur baby? Both are equally valid.
But one is less concerning than the other.
Well, no, not really. You know, sometimes kids don't want their hair brushed. Trust me, I get it. I don't truly want my wig brushed, but here we are. I feel like, you know, there'll be context.
Yeah. Oh God. You know what's funny? Like, what? Actually, let me ask you. Out of everything in fossils and archaeology, what do you have the most DNA from?
Myself.
Oh, is it on the ceiling?
Yeah, I call it my white wall. No, I think probably Nautilus, I want to say.
Okay. Do you want to know
Like
the most
Nautilus.
DNA we have?
Go on.
Allosaurus with 16.
Good goody on.
And then T-Rex with 11.
See, those are pretty decent ones to have plenty of DNA for.
Allosaurus was literally our first dinosaur DNA we got.
Fair enough. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I've only found one ultra rare so far this stream. How about you?
None. And you know what?
Cool.
I'm honestly not that bothered.
Neither am I. It's just chatting while playing Paleo. It's been so long. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Just shoot the crap. I have a feeling that surprisingly my camera's not giving me my overheating warning yet, but I myself am overheating, which is a shock. Usually the camera predates myself in terms of getting nuked.
But yeah, thank you for becoming a member, Phoenix. Now, you'll have not only channel emotes, but also exclusive access to some of my videos a week ahead. So far, there are none, because the last one I had is up, and I am a procrastinating son of a bitch.
Polar is a rare on Dimetrodon. Fair. What was I going to say? Mia has just said you forgot about the ichthyes and the...
Oh, right. Oh, God, the crown jewel of it all, and Phoenix deserves all of the round of applause. He has made a terrarium with a parcel over the top. A parasol, excuse me. Parcel's a package. A lace parasol over it. And it's separated into two parts. One side is full of ichthyosaurus, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Like, if you could stay in that pen for hours. I mean, you literally can, because there's a conduit in there. You can't drown. And it just sounds like whale song. It's gorgeous. It's also full of sturgeon and squid because, well, they eat them.
And also, Phoenix loves his fiskies.
Yep.
His little fishies.
And we also, on the other side, plesiosaurs. Unfortunately for Phoenix, all the plesiosaurs are males, and they have their max population met, so we can't put any more in there.
There is a game coming out, I've just remembered, that I want to play with you guys. And it's just give me a second. So obviously I want to shoot the crap and play Paleo Pines with the future update with you guys, but there's a game coming out that I really want to play with you guys at some point. Just a moment. Railborn. So it's an upcoming survival game on a train that you have to basically effectively evacuate like alien fauna and flora, and as well as yourselves, through a alien landscape, right?
Right.
It's created by the same developers, Wash Bear Studio, that made Parkasaurus. So immediately I'm going to buy it and support it, because Parkasaurus is the best dinosaur zoo game since Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, or the dinosaur expansion of Zoo Tycoon 1. But like those guys, there's only such a small team, and they're making that as well. I'm so proud of them. It's like a small amount of pride. They emailed me. They're like, "Hey V, just want to say it's still really grateful for the fact you covered our content. Blah blah blah. We're dropping this game coming soon. Make sure you wishlist it." And I was like, "Yeah, already done." And I saw the trailer when it was the Game Awards and everything was coming out, and I was catching up on all the different Game Awards.
Oh,
I saw that,
God.
and I was like, "Oh, okay, this looks kind of interesting." And then I saw Wash Bear Studios pop up, and I was like, "I'm buying this instantly. You have no idea how quickly I'm going to be buying this. I think that could be fun."
Yeah.
And what I was going on this train of thought, after the pun, was every time I see a video game with even a mention of a fish or a fishing mechanic, immediately I think of Phoenix.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how small the mechanic or big the mechanic is. I'm like, oh, Phoenix would enjoy that. Every time. Like the amount of times he plays a game and he's like, They don't have a fishing mechanic yet. I'll wait until they update it with it, and I'm like, you know what? I respect that. I genuinely respect the hell out of that. Like, there are some games with like fishing as a not even a secondary mechanic, but it is a mechanic, and it's a really good mechanic. Like, I really enjoy Stardew's fishing mechanics. There's quite a few games as well, like Sunhaven and stuff like that. Their own sort of spin on fishing mechanics that are good fun. I always think of him.
Yep. The man likes fish. No doubt about it.
Ty said I got myself a harem. Fun fact, Ty, I discovered not yesterday, a couple of weeks ago at this point. When I say yesterday, do you know the term harem?
Yeah. Do you not know how much anime I watch?
Yeah, we say it wrong. We say it like they say it in the anime. But a harem, which is a group of concubi or potential love interests,
yes,
is harem.
Harem.
Yeah. And I was like, no, it's not. When I was talking about it, it's like,
you see,
whatever. Like, yes, it is. And I googled it, and I was like, oh my god, I've been saying it wrong this entire. I've been saying it the anime way my entire life.
Well, you see, I've heard it 3 ways.
Yeah, just like a harem. Yeah, 3 ways. Yeah, you know it.
No,
you know what a harem is?
No, I've heard it in 3 different ways. I've heard harem, I've heard harem, and now harem.
Yeah, so harem is the correct way of saying it. And the only reason that, like, this is the thing, it must be like a translation from English to an Asian language, because I work with someone and she's Indian, and she also was chiming in on this conversation. She was like, no, Corey's right, it is harem. And I was like, see? And no, harem, sorry. And I just Googled it, and I was like, no, it's harem. And then I Googled it a bit more. It's like, it's just the way that it translates and sounds. And I'm like, so I've been saying it wrong. But if I was in another part of the world, I'd be right. Hey ho.
Yep.
Top tip, if you want more DNA from what you have already killed the creature, then harvest its flesh and bones for an infinite amount of DNA. Ace, in the context of fossils and archaeology and Minecraft, makes perfect and utter sense.
Well,
but without that context, just saying, top tip, if you want more DNA from what you have already killed the creature, then harvest its flesh and bones for infinite amount of DNA, makes you sound like a serial killer.
And also, I don't know if you were here earlier, we've already stated as a server rule, we're not gonna intentionally kill the dinosaurs.
Exactly, we don't intentionally kill them.
We've had a couple of accidents. Our first death was an osprey, not osprey, a terror bird named Osprey. I don't know what their issue was. Clearly, they were on some kind of drug that, frankly, I want to look into.
See, it's still good advice without the context. Yeah, I'll give you that, Ace. See, my first death, I can't even remember it. It's so long ago. I can't remember if it was passing it or if it was Charlie.
It was Charlie.
I think it was Charlie. Yeah, I think you're right. And I remember that every time we had a death, I used to do a parody of like a song. I think I've done a couple of Adele songs. And then I realized I was going to have to do so many fucking songs because the amount of things dying. I was like, I'm just gonna forget about doing that.
Why does everything I love die?
What?
That's what you said when Parsnip died.
Oh yeah. Oh. Sorry, I had to press the shiny button.
Anyway.
Dino Kyrus, what are you, Dino Kyrus? Show thyself. Spicy. Why is this so spicy?
Yeah, they had some type of trouble. We actually figured out that they were getting stuck on a tree, and that was causing them to pace back and forth. But before then, we didn't know. Charles was trying to get them unstuck. He accidentally hit the bird, and it attacked him. And so the other terror birds came over to kill it.
They put it out of its misery, it's fine.
And so that's when we started making a graveyard. And the tombstone reads, Osprey. She died literally just hours after she was born, because she was fully grown at that point. And under it, in quotes, it says, she tweaked.
Tweet.
People
like, I thought I saw a puddy cat or something, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep throwing these this guy till he's tamed because I can't be bothered to go through the mini game of trying to get it into the green.
Yep. The other one that died, the one that died next was an Ornitholestes. That so this is a sad tale. Actually no, that's not true. The next one to die was one of the Dryosaurs. It pulled a Charlie.
I've just named my melanistic Deinachirus Osprey in memory of your thing.
Oh well, thanks, I guess. But
It's a giant bird. It kind of counts, right?
it looks more like a duck, but sure.
I mean, what is a duck, dude? A duck is a bird.
Yeah, but it's one of the most non-threatening birds when you compare it to a bird of prey. But still.
So here's a quick. Sorry to just derail the train again, but for a quick mention, you'll enjoy this one using it in conversation because I often like bringing it up when people talk about dinosaurs to me. I say, do you know it's quite an interesting thing that, like, by definition, birds are considered by quite a large portion of the paleontological society to be dinosaurs, not descendants of, but dinosaurs themselves, right?
Yep.
So does that make KFC a Jurassic Park gift shop? Right? Just hear me out on this, right? And on top of that, it also means that dinosaur chicken or turkey nuggies
Exists.
are just birds reshaped into birds. Like, bro, come on now. That's, for even for humans, that's wild.
Yeah.
But yes, as you were saying, sorry to
Yeah.
derail.
The next one was Marge, who pulled the Charlie. She got stuck under something and drowned.
R.I.P.
The next one to die was then the Ornitholestes. All of them are named after Has-Been Hotel characters. Funnily enough, the one named Alistair wasn't the one causing the problems. It was Angel Dust.
Oh.
Alistair actually tried to protect Deku as Angel Dust attacked her. And he died in the process.
R.I.P. to a hero.
And the last one to die was, of course, Dragapult, but we've yet to make a grave for them yet.
Should make a giant tomb like I did.
Well, Meerkat is the one who's building the graves, so... But yeah, every time they die, we actually hold a funeral service.
Oh my god.
Like, we go through the process of building a grave, putting on a tombstone, burying a part of them into the ground, all that stuff, and like putting flowers on the grave.
Right, I'm going to set you a new objective. You also have to do a really crappy 2008 era PowerPoint on remembering them. That's your new thing that you have to do as part of the funeral procession.
I mean, would love to, but I'm doing it during a live stream. I don't exactly have time to edit.
Well, you could make one like for the next stream and then just start playing it, you know? That's partially because my clog popping instructions, and if you don't know the Britishism, when you pop your clogs, you pass on to the other side effectively, right?
Yep.
My brother has got a very strict set of instructions for my funeral that says, first off, he must create a really crappy 2008 era school project PowerPoint remembering me, and just in the background you'll hear this beautiful orchestral noise, and it just starts to build up, and no one realizes what this orchestral song is, and then it cuts into da 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 da. So I'm gonna have the Jurassic Park theme song as my funeral song.
What a way to go out.
Partially because, right, my fam's gonna be pretty sad. I hope they're gonna be pretty sad, right? What's gonna make them laugh? Me being an absolute fucking nerd for the last time, right? Oh, beautiful. Right? Send me off to the sound of Jurassic Park. I had toyed with sticking in something like Ram Ranch or Dixon Dallas just to really make laughter happen, but I stopped myself. I thought I'd control myself, bit of that. Then I'd get some tears in with some songs of mine that I truly cherish and love with all my heart, such as Breaking Benjamin's Give Me a Sign. But
Hit me, baby, one more time.
No. Jurassic Park and Breaking Benjamin. That would be me funeral music. But that's been my plan for the last like 15 years or so, and it's not changed at all.
Yeah. All I got, just burn me, scatter my ashes. That's it.
See, I'm happy and kosher with being buried or burnt. Don't mind either way. Cremated, I should suppose, is the term. all I care about is that not a single soul, our children and people who can't drink for medical reasons, stay sober that night. They, just get pissed, remember me, and then just move on. Right? That's
Yep.
all I want from my family. Otherwise, I don't want to be like holding any form of guilt over them. That would be pretty crappy. So I'd rather them just move on with their lives and name at least one of their child after me.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good reason, and not some bullshit middle name, because Corey sounds weird as a middle name. I'm talking like you've got to fit Corey in there in a creative way. Think of the way that I name my dinosaurs from Paleo Pines. Like instead of Ankylosaurus, it'd be Ankylocora or Ankori. Something like that. How else can you fit Corey in? Maybe name your child Corinthius or something. Problem solved. Who knows? I'm messing. They don't have to name their child after me, because I'd rather not someone else be indebted with a name that means penis in 3 languages. But hey, I still can't believe when V did a parody song every time a creature died, and he had to stop because he used every song. No, I did not use every song. I just knew I'd have to sing a lot of songs, and I ain't a good singer. All right, I am not a good singer.
Okay, well that's you and I differ, because oh my god, my mom tells me this all the time. I'm actually quite good at singing. In fact, my mom thinks I should actually go to a voice coach to perfect it. But we'll do car karaoke, and she will stop singing just to listen to me.
Well, that's actually really cool, dude. You know what? I think you should maybe go to that coach, because it's always a good thing to explore something like that. You've got to have. At the end of the day, everyone should have, in my opinion, a creative hobby. I've got mine, which is Warhammer. And I think, having that, it'd be pretty good for you. I mean, admittedly, when I say I can't sing, I wouldn't say I'm the worst. I can sing certain things, and in the right environment, usually when plied with alcohol. I'm quite good with folk and things like JC, Johnny Cash. But I know which sounds weird coming from the guy whose voice sounds like he got hit in the nads midway through pubescence. But I can do deeper songs. However, I can't do anything with too much for Bravo. No, not me. But if you can go that route, do it, mate.
Yeah.
You'll only kick yourself when you get older. My mum's a fucking beautiful singer. She's also got that it's not a condition, but a talent, I guess. But do you know when people can hear musical notes and know what note that is to play on the keyboard instantly, or piano, I should say? Yeah. She used to own a very classic and antique piano that she used to play. And she'd listen to a song once and she knew how to play it, and it was incredible to watch. Plus, she can sing. So it's oh wow. And it was wow, Mum, you gave my brother he's got the handsome genes. You gave my sister the talented and smart genes. You gave my younger brother the charismatic genes. You gave me the short and balding gene. Thank you, Mother.
And also dyspraxia.
Oh, dyspraxia, yeah. It's so funny to me,
you probably get on. You could probably get on with Hacker, because he's also got it.
Exactly. It's how many people are being diagnosed with it and actually being recognized as diagnosed. It's so exciting. When I was in the military, when I was in the reserves, I met the first guy in the United Kingdom to be statemented, which is a way of saying actually diagnosed with it, right? In the United Kingdom for dyspraxia, him and his brother. And I was no freaking way. But there's so many ways that dyspraxia affects people. It's not the same every time. It has evolved past what it used to be nicknamed. It used to be nicknamed the clumsy boy syndrome because it was thought to only affect men. However, it doesn't. It was just massively undiagnosed in AFAB. Women, there we go. Thank you. But it was massively undiagnosed, right?
Yeah, of course.
Autism has been a lot of stuff that gets undiagnosed because, well, unfortunately, the history of medicine is quite sexist, despite it being pioneered by a lot of women. Hey. And the amount of people I've bumped into now, and I'm just have the conversation. I walk into stuff a lot because I don't have that depth perception. I'm oh god damn it, it's dyspraxia. And when I was at my Warhammer tournament, for example, This guy, I bumped into something. I'm like, oh, fucking dyspraxia. And he was like, no way, you've got dyspraxia too. And he was like, he started listing things off. He was like, do you have a really bad short-term memory but an exceptional long-term memory? I went, yes, though I don't know if that's cause of dyspraxia. And he went, okay. He went, do you have handwriting that's in it? I went, yes. I'm ambidextrous but useless with both, or ambidextrous useless. And he was like, yes, I like that. I'm stealing it. Continue. Like, it's the small things. Like, if you look at a dyspraxic's hand, if they have the depth perception and balance issues more than they might have some other parts like the cognitive and so on and so forth, every single time you will see on the I don't know what they call that, like the skin below the nail
The
right
quick?
here, like where it's currently red on the screen,
Isn't that called the
that
quick?
is always go on.
Isn't that called the quick?
It might be. Well, that quick is shredded. Like mine are completely shredded and scarred. Because, this isn't even a joke, putting our hands in our pockets, we misjudge the gap, we scratch them up by doing that, we scratch them up when trying to reach something. So, like, they're usually, like mine is incredibly, I've got like a gash down one of them, another one I've currently got an actively wounded one. It's so, like, weird, and I was like, have a look, and he was like, oh my god, I've never noticed, and I was like, welcome to it. Welcome to that knowledge that you're now cursed with for dyspraxia.
So, I don't have dyspraxia, but I do have autism, and one of the things about it is, and I actually recently found out about this, that I'm not the only one who struggles with it, walking on your toes. People with autism, you know, people that have been diagnosed, they have a tendency to not walk flat on their feet like regular people. They walk on their toes. And I thought it was just a me thing because, you know, guy obsessed with dinosaurs. Of course, I'd pretend I would walk on my toes. No, that's an actual thing that happens to people with autism. They walk on their toes. And as a result, their balance is shit.
Do you know what's weird? I think there's a crossover there between dyspraxia and autism. Because it's also a dyspraxic thing. Like, dyspraxic people can't walk in straight lines half the time, and their brain won't let them... They do the same thing. Though, admittedly, dyspraxia and autism usually go hand in hand, like ADHD and autism, or the ADHD spectrum.
Yep.
And, of course, you have the things like dyspraxia, dyslexia, dyscalculia, dysnuria. All of that is linked in. The brain is an incredible, incredible thing. But yeah, no, I've got a lot of time with talking about dyspraxia and autism, ADHD, all that stuff, because growing up with that and being surrounded by family members that have things like BPD and stuff like that, you learn a lot about mental health because you have to.
Yeah.
And I've always found it like genuinely fascinating. So being able to talk to people about it is always like, it's cool, you know?
Yeah.
I've been out today. I think I have. Yeah.
And also, like, people with, like, if there is anyone here watching, you know, with, you know, that does have autism, or like, even if it's like something as simple as like Asperger's, which, you know, it's what I would say like a minor case of being on the spectrum.
I don't think
that's...
we use the word minor or major in that scenario, but it's on the spectrum. Just
yeah,
leave it at
on
that,
the spectrum. Yeah.
Also, is Asperger's still a relevant naming convention, or is that only not used in the UK anymore? I don't know about.
I mean,
America.
that's what I have. So.
Okay, so it is still valid in America. We don't use it in the UK, I believe. So I don't think we do.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. If anyone here, you know, does have, you know, it was diagnosed with autism and things like that. It's not it's labeled as a disability, but that doesn't make you broken.
Right. Okay. The main reason Asperger's is no longer used in the UK is because it's difficult to clearly differentiate it from autism spectrum disorder. Okay, I did not know that. That's the reason in the UK, at least. But sorry to interrupt. Continue.
Yeah, you're not broken. You might struggle a little bit, because believe me, I have, especially when I was growing up. But I, over the years, have turned it from what I would normally think as a weakness to a strength.
Yes, absolutely. You come to know what your limitations and strengths are and work on them. Ty, I am really fucking sorry. I've just been informed by Dino Boy some monumental news.
Go on.
Spaceballs 2 is coming, and a teaser trailer has just dropped.
Oh, fuck yeah! I hate Star Wars, so I'm glad the parody exists again.
I love Star Wars and I love the parody. Spaceballs I've watched when I was, I think I was like 7 at my friend Lewis's house when I was living all the way to over in Somerset. So I need to watch this. Right, how do I do this? Go face cam. Go here. Go YouTube. Okay. Search for... Oh, reveal show confirmed. Wait, what? I need to watch that chapter Master Valrak video later because he's just said Total War Warhammer 40k is happening. God, there's so much news.
Yeah.
Spaceballs.
Shoot, Jurassic World Evolution 2 finally had its last free update, so there's that.
Oh, wow. I did say when I watched the trailer, I was like, I'm ready to get hurt again because it looks like they fixed the terrain map. I mean, it still looks like Jurassic World Evolution 1 and 2, but it looks like they fixed the terrain mapping. If it doesn't have the terrain constraints problem, I'll play it on the channel.
I don't think it does.
If it doesn't have the issue anymore, if it does still have the issue anymore, I'll play it for an hour and 59, then request a refund on Steam. Because, Ty, I will just give you the short story. I crashed out significantly hard. I had to delete an entire episode of me crashing out, which was like 45 minutes straight of me just absolutely grilling the game. I was not a happy bunny. The fact that you had this worst design terrain mapping in a video game I've ever seen since probably Cyberpunk when it first released. And it was continued into the second game. The first game had its charm because it's the first one in a while. The second one, it just, no. So, let's bring myself back from that ledge.
Given modular pieces and the fact that you can clip buildings into rock walls now.
Let me just quickly, I need to configure this so that it captures screen one note. Spaceballs 2 trailer. Fantastic. Right, we're going to watch this trailer together, everyone. I will go back to Paleo Pines afterwards, I promise. Right, Ty, I'm going to click play, so I'm just going to mute up quickly so I can watch Spaceballs.
By all means. That's probably going to be about...
Hold up. Hello, sorry, I've returned.
All good.
I'm so freaking happy. That you have no idea how happy the Spaceballs are.
Yeah.
It's just, it has the right vibe already. It's kind of making me feel like it's going to be a good one.
One thing I hope for is not the return of Pizza the Hut, because that thing was a curse.
Pizza the Hut gave me trauma as a child, I agree.
That is an Aztec curse placed upon a household.
Yeah.
That needs to be expunged.
Yeah. Oh, but no, getting a sequel to Spaceballs, May the Schwartz be with you, is returning. Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Also, we now appear to be at the point in Jurassic World Rebirth's marketing where they spoil everything.
Yeah. Yeah, Mia, they just released a teaser. It's not a teaser trailer because it doesn't have any footage, but effectively it's a teaser for Spaceballs 2. I just watched it on stream because I was like, so excited. It went through and it was like, there have been 7 since Spaceballs released. It was like there have been 7 Jurassic movies. There's been 2 Avatars with 3 more on the way. There have been 36 Marvel movies with 2 different incarnations of Robert Downey Jr. And it was like, oh my god, I'm doing all my checks the wrong way because I'm frazzled because of Spaceballs. And then it was like, there has been 1 attempt at making a DCU universe. There's been 2 at making a DCU. And it was just like, oh my god, this is it. Spaceballs
We've had
back. It's coming.
Yeah, we've had the start of another Godzilla franchise. Probably several at this point.
Yeah, probably several. And he's like, it's coming back in 2027. May the Schwartz be with you.
And also
like
with you.
He's wearing the Spaceballs, the sweatshirt as well. I am your father's cousin's next door neighbor's uncle's former roommate.
What does that make us? Nothing.
Nothing, I was just stating. Oh, God.
Yep.
They've jammed the radar, sir. What flavor? Raspberry.
We've combed the entire
the
beach, sir.
It's just a freaking hair comb.
Yeah. The comedy of that was
my
genius. They really don't make movies like that anymore, do they?
I think they do, but they're a little bit more rare. They're definitely rare. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard the Ricky Stenicki film was pretty brilliant in that regards.
Yep.
A lot of slapstick.
Oh yeah. Also, later tonight we're going to be starting the Walking With series marathon, which is going to bleed over until Wednesday, when the final episode of the new Walking With Dinosaurs airs here in America.
Wow, I haven't even watched episode 1 yet.
I am both ecstatic and also getting my hopes down.
Yeah, I've heard it's all right. It's not.
It's a good dinosaur documentary, but it's not a worthy successor.
That's what I've heard. That's exactly the sentiment I've heard. However, I can't hold that sentiment without watching it myself.
It's a good. Yeah, I've heard in the words of Best in Slot, it's a good dinosaur documentary, buried under the sands of mediocrity.
Yeah.
And you know what? As long as it's not another life on our planet where I have to violently dismember a box with my face, I'll be fine.
I am missing what the kids might say as context to that.
Okay, so you know Life on Our Planet, right? The Netflix quote-unquote paleo documentary that came out, I think, 2 years ago at this point.
Is this like the equivalent of Netflix's Ancient Egypt documentary?
I honestly don't know. But basically, it's narrated by Morgan Freeman. You know, basically America's equivalent to David Attenborough, if you can even call it that.
I mean, he is kind of like, he's got that narrator voice that puts him
My
on
God,
a
the
pedestal
entire time he narrates it, he just sounds tired. He just sounds done. It's just sad. But, Life on Our Planet, the trailers, anyway, told us it was going to be a paleo doc that spanned throughout, you know, all of Earth's prehistory. What they failed to mention was only 15 minutes of the 45 minutes was actually dedicated to prehistory. The rest had to deal with modern day. And that the first episode itself was superfluous because it just showed us what we're going to see in the show, basically.
Wow.
So it was a whole waste of time. And there came a point when I was watching it was the dinosaur episode, right? Like, oh, yeah, the dinosaurs. This is what I'm all about. This is why I'm here. Most of their dinosaur models are just modified versions of the ones from Jurassic World. The Allosaurus, the Diplodocus is now, you know, is just the Apatosaurus, but retextured. Alamosaurus is just a retextured Apatosaurus again. The Triceratops is just retextured Jurassic World Triceratops. The Sinraptor is a retextured Battle of Big Rock Allosaurus. Allosaurus, again, Big Rock. The T-Rex has too many teeth, and the head's too wide. The Raptor, it's actually fine, but it still pack hunts, which we don't have any proof of. It's a mess.
Yeah, we do.
It's a
There's
mess.
loads of proof that it pack hunts.
Well, no.
Jurassic Park 2, Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and of course the best in the franchise, Jurassic World Dominion.
Well, you get the idea, right? Not to mention the horrid inaccuracies. Like, aside...
Make a Spinosaur without wings again.
There was no Spinosaurus in the documentary.
Okay, so they didn't make that mistake. That's at least, you know...
So, the first blunder that they did... was they didn't name drop the Pliosaur. They just called it... In fact, they didn't even call it a Pliosaur. They called it Plesiosaur.
So they didn't even name it subgenus. They literally just called it a Plesiosaur rather than... Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and that's not inherently wrong, because a Pliosaur is a short-necked Plesiosaur, but it's less specific.
That'd be like going into a documentary and saying, as you can see, the bird, and then it just shows a fucking clip of a pelican, and it's like, what?
Yeah, I know it's a bird, but what kind of bird?
And then they could say, oh, this bird is at least a day old, and it's like, well, I know it's at least a day old. You're not wrong, but it's clearly at least a couple of years. Yeah, I get what you're hitting at.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the and then they also didn't name drop a pterosaur. The only one in the entire show, I think it was, didn't name drop it at all. I have no idea what species it is. I don't know my pterosaurs as well as other people. So that one...
If I saw it, I could probably figure it out.
I don't know. It looks like if you cross a Sungaretrus with a Pterodactylus. I don't know.
That description alone, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been too long. I haven't gone back to see it after it traumatized me the first time.
Netflix dinosaur documentary.
Life on Our Planet.
Pterosaur.
Life on Our Planet is what it's called.
Oh, okay. Life on Our Planet.
Oh, and the T-Rex in there is just the Jurassic Park roars.
You're gonna hate this, my friend.
What?
The pterosaur that was shown was a pterodactylus.
Oh, fuck.
According to them. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, no, it ain't.
Yeah, it's not. It very clearly is not.
I clicked on it, it was like, pterodactylus, and I was like, I'm sure about that.
It doesn't look right, does it?
No.
No, it does not.
Yeah. I was having a good conversation with Excited about this, actually. The Mutodons, right? By definition, are they... Because they're not dinosaurs. We can establish that. Right now, we can establish they're not dinosaurs, correct?
They're not dinosaurs, no. They're not real dinosaurs.
Cool. So, we have to go with a concept of actually giving them a genus, giving them, you know, some form of identifying features, right? So, I think we can both agree it's got 2 legs. And then prehensile claws and arms on a wing. Would you agree with that sentence?
Yes. So, by that definition, it would be a pterosaur.
No. Because it's not a pterosaur.
It's a dragon.
It's not a dragon. It's a wyvern. Which means that Monster Hunter is canon to Jurassic World.
Yeah. Which like, yeah. I've grown to, you know... I've warmed up to the Mutodons over time, but man,
the moment I saw them.
It's a culture shock. I'm like, really? We have dragons in Jurassic World now?
What about the Distortus Rex? Come on now.
Okay,
I love
Distortus Rex, initially I hated it. I thought it was just a Rancor. But now, actually having seen it, I can actually take off the melon and the additional arms and actually see the Jurassic T-Rex underneath.
See, I personally love not seeing too much of what's underneath. I just love it in its entirety. I love that they've got so many clear and obvious inspirations for creating what is effectively a fucking kaiju.
Yep.
I'm so happy about it. I love the Distortus Rex.
I really hope it's...
I prefer it to the Indominus.
I really hope...
design.
I really hope it's executed very well, because if not, I'm going to be very upset.
See, I went into the last few Jurassic films with a lot of confidence, thinking they'd be good. And... I have that confidence again, but I actually think it's a renewed sense of confidence, because I knew that the next Jurassic film was, oh god, they do it again. I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong. The start of each trilogy, which this is, has always been good, right?
Yeah.
Jurassic World, brilliant. Jurassic Park, one of the best masterpieces, right? We wouldn't be playing dinosaur games and chatting to each other right now if it wasn't for them.
Of course.
This is the start of a new trilogy. Oh, I just picked something up I shouldn't have.
Well, my theory
So,
is...
could be good.
My theory, the reason why Jurassic World as a trilogy fails is because there was a lack of planning. No one knew Jurassic World was going to be such a big success. That's why, you know, the toys were shit. No one thought it was going to last. That's why there weren't any games. They didn't think it was going to last. They thought it was just going to be a one-and-done deal. And then when they saw, oh, it's marketable, we should make movies, they went in without a plan. And that's why the last two films, and Camp Cretaceous, admittedly, weren't exactly heavily praised. But now they've seen how not only how big of a cash cow it is, but also areas where they know they need to change. And enter Rebirth. They finally have a chance to actually come up with a decent storyline.
Yeah.
And hopefully not fumble it. After all,
Yeah,
what's that saying? Third time's a charm.
exactly. Sorry, Phoenix made me choke on my drink because he pointed out that you said a T-Rex with melons.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And
I mean,
most of what you said after that didn't go in my head because the only thing that was in my head was that, and I was choking on my drink.
I mean melon, like as in like the head of a whale.
Okay, well you say that, but you should definitely be aware of the connotation when you describe something as having melons, right? I think we need to understand.
Well, that's the thing. I said melon, not melons.
Well, with all due respect, Ty, you just pronounced them both the exact same way, and then I don't understand what you were hitting at.
The S. I was trying to hit the S.
Oh, I see. Ah, so he's only got a single melon.
Yeah, on the forehead.
That's where I like my melon.
I prefer them on.
Okay,
I
let's
prefer
stop.
them on the.
Stop. Oh, God damn it. Oh god, right, I'm gonna have to end stream soon. I am literally dying of the heat. My camera's dying, I'm dying. My AC is on, but it's on in the other room. So let's finish this day.
Yep.
I will be returning to Paleo Pines for future streams. I will be returning to Paleo Pines for future videos. I believe what are you doing after we finish here? Because I think, are you still gonna be live, Ty?
Actually, I think I'm gonna tap out here in a minute myself. I gotta clean up the house, basically. I gotta do dishes, sweep the floors, and then
Exactly what I'm going to do.
and then at 7:30 p.m. my time, we're gonna start. What's
the time zone for that?
EST, Eastern.
Thank you.
We're gonna be watching the entirety of Walking with Dinosaurs and the Ballad of Big Al
Oh wow.
to get ready for Walking with Dinosaurs' return. The day after that, we'll be doing Walking with Beasts. The day after that will be Monsters, and I think Chased by Dinosaurs with Nigel Marvin.
Nigel Marvin! Oh god, I love Nigel Marvin.
And basically, the last one we'll do is Walking with Dinosaurs, the movie, but the Cretaceous cut, so not the one with dialogue. Because I don't hate my friends that much. I already put them through hell with watching all 30 plus of the original Japanese Godzilla films.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the thing that we did, and people got angry. Phoenix still hasn't forgiven me for showing him Godzilla Vor in one movie, and interrelations with a bug person. The dark side of anime, people.
I'm quite all right, thank you.
Yeah, and luckily I never had to put through me or anyone else through that hell again. I hope.
Fantastic.
But when it comes to Gamera, obviously I make no promises. With Godzilla, yeah, it's over. I'm done.
I mean, to be fair, -1. If you could ever top that as a Zilla film, let alone genuinely a fascinating creative project, hats off to you. But I think that is the pinnacle.
Yep.
The pinnacle of Godzilla, in my opinion.
I will say, the director is back to make the sequel.
Phoenix wrote, lol, I still have scars from that shit. And then Ginger wrote, No, thank you, Ty. But also, it could be read as no, thank you, T. No, thank you, Ty. So no, thank you, thank you. Right. As you're no longer going to be live, let's say
I'm gonna
here, dude.
Yep, I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you,
cool.
V, for inviting me out to this. This was incredibly fun. So brief,
Always
but
is,
you know what? That's why we play these games, to kind of get lost and get absorbed.
Exactly, and just as a reminder for everyone who didn't catch at the beginning of the stream, there is a Kickstarter coming soon for Paleo Pines. This is effectively a crowdsourced funding way of getting additional updates and DLC because of the funding that they had didn't provide enough for them at the time. They're hoping that a crowdsourced funding will give them that time, which would be great because at the end of the day, I love Paleo Pines with all my heart. I've spent hundreds of hours in the game. In fact, Ty, while we're here, I'm going to check.
Yep.
Library, Paleo Pines. How do you check how much time you've put into a game?
Oh, I just go to the Steam page.
Oh, yes. 372.6 hours. So pretty high. I love the game, and getting an update that we can support. Whether you support it financially, if you can't do that, that's absolutely fine, but help spread the message, help share it about to anyone you think might enjoy it, content creators, or just every Tom, Dick, or Harry. I think we can definitely help them reach any goal that they set. I'm personally very excited to see what rewards there are, because I want my custom skin.
Honestly, yeah, you know what? If it's not that expensive, I would love to actually have a Chester skin in this game, not gonna lie.
I'm going Evangelion. I'm purple and green, and I'll call it something like Divine or Angelic or something, just as a reference.
Yeah, and of course,
I think that'd be a fantastic one.
And of course, me and V will be doing more than our part with supporting not only the Kickstarter but the game, but you know, like doing live streams. I know me and Meerkat, we've actually going to be starting a new save where we're finding nothing but ultra rares.
Oh, you're doing an ultra rare lock. That sounds exciting. Unfortunately, that's what I've been doing from the beginning. So I can't say I'll do another one.
To prepare for the Kickstarter and give as much support, as many eyes as we possibly can to the game. So obviously, it gets the support that we get. As many people involved as we can.
Exactly.
Because we want to see this game succeed.
Exactly. Spread the message. Spread the love. That's all we can do. We'll do our best, and I'm hoping we get to see some absolutely fantastic stuff on this Kickstarter. I'm very excited for whenever it does drop. Obviously, once it does drop, we can talk about it then. But until then, just keep your excitement and hype high.
Yep.
Right.
And
Ty, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Always, man.
I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy your marathoning. And oh yes, before I forget.
You know what? I had a feeling in the back of my mind he was going to do that. That he was just going to leave call. But you know what? So what? I came prepared for that. So that just means I can do the outro on my own without him interrupting. So thank you once again to everyone who tuned in. Thank you, Phoenix for becoming a member. That's awesome. Wasn't really expecting that, but sure. And go support the game. This, if you're still reluctant to play it, why? Go get it now. It's incredibly fun. It's adorable. You want to play a game where there's no stress, where you can just have fun and chill. This is the game for you. Especially if you love dinosaurs and farming and the like. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe today, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything new. We'll be covering more Paleo Pines in the near future. To build up that hype for the game. Also, subscribe to Vertico on YouTube. He does Minecraft dinosaurs on there. He does Paleo Pines. He did Amber Isle, but he's done with that because crash out. And he does, if you like the Gaming Beaver, you can find him on there too. But yeah, good guy most of the time when he's not trying to troll the fuck out of people. Give him a look. And until next time, this is Tyrann Senpai signing off. Alrighty then. Take care now. Bye-bye then.